Yo, what's going on, boys? Charney here. Didn't really want to do this video, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I really didn't want to do this video yet, but I feel like I have to. Okay, this is kind of a long-awaited video because what I'm gonna tell you guys about is something I've been working on for months. If you guys follow me on Instagram, obviously you know that I've posted about it. But long story short, I've been trading for multiple years. Okay, and I'm gonna show you guys all my old stuff, all of my old journals, old pictures of me trading and stuff. And throughout those years, I have lost everything. I've been through all of the Canon events, okay? I ran up to almost $30,000 in crypto at 17 years old and wiped it all out. I've been through all the Canon events, okay? I've been through them all, okay? I've tried multiple businesses online, failed over and over and over again. I've tried trading multiple strategies over and over and over again, failed all the time. And I'm gonna touch on that more later on in this video, but I'm gonna tell you guys all of that. And long story short, I started finding consistency in my trading. Okay, I started finding consistency, and I've been trading a certain strategy for a while now. Okay, I've been trading this certain strategy for about a year. I would say probably a little bit over a year. I took some months off in between there, but all in all, about a year. Okay, so I started finding consistency. Okay, I started finding consistency in my trading, and I started using concepts that were beyond what I was ever being taught. Okay, I started searching originally elsewhere for different strategies because I was not finding, success with anything. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was sitting there and I was like, why does this keep happening? I keep I keep trading these strategies and I keep putting the work in, and it's just like nothing's clicking. And it took me to a point where I was praying multiple times, like, please guide me in the right direction on what strategy to use. And I'm dead serious with you guys. Kept praying, and it's funny how God works, because I'm not going to lie to you guys, I had it all in my mind of the strategy I'm trading right now is just not it, right? It's just not it. It has to be a different strategy. It has to be a different mentor, etc., right? And what God ended up doing was introducing me to other people, right? Multiple other people. And I paid for courses, I paid for mentorships, and I started learning from other people, okay? And weirdly enough, I would look at their strategies, and I would be like, dang, okay, they use a lot of, confluences and a lot of stuff that I have never even heard of, that I don't even use on my, my strategy. And the more I look at these other people's strategies, I start to realize what I was classifying as strategy was just an entry model. And I was like, okay, maybe, again, I'm still in this illusion that it's my strategy, right? And I started learning all these other strategies and stuff, because I had my strategy down to a T, okay? To a T, right? And this wasn't coming from a place of strategy hopping by any means, okay? This was coming from a place of pure desperation, because I was following everything that I was being taught head to toe, and nothing was playing out over and over again. Every single month, blown fundeds. I'll touch on that later, but I was like, okay, this it has to be a different strategy, right? And I started looking elsewhere. And like I said, I started looking into these other strategies, and I start to realize that, two things. They're using a lot more stuff than I was using, a lot more confluences, okay? And that's when I started realizing my strategy was just an entry model. And second off, I started to realize something very interesting, is that any one of these mentors or anything like that, first of all, 99% of them, unfortunately, it's the trading space. I know it sucks, but unfortunately, a lot of them are just gurus and faking results. It sucks, I know. I hate to even say that I trade because of that. It's horrible. But the people that are legit, I come to realize that, yes, they give the, new people lots and lots of knowledge, but I start to realize something is that they have their entry model down. They have outside confluences telling them when to use that entry model and when not to use that entry model. But they also have something that they can't teach, which is discretion and intuition. And I noticed that, wait a second, these mentors are skipping trades that are in line with all other rules, and their students are taking them, and they're like, guys, I purely skip because of discretion. I've seen this played out multiple times. I just don't like the feeling of the setup. I don't like the reaction on that candle, live market, this and that. And everyone's set on this mechanical strategy, and I started to realize something. Wait a second. If new traders are following the same mechanical strategy, stay with me, if new traders are following the same mechanical strategy head to toe, and a trader that's been trading for 10 years is following that same said strategy, mechanical head to toe, there's nothing different between those two traders. Even though one has 10 years of experience and one's new, if they're following that head to toe mechanical same strategy, there's nothing, different between those two. So that person with 10 years isn't really using his advantage. And I started realizing something. And it all clicked. And I really think this is why God introduces you to things. And it was like, okay, wait a second. I was taking setups because I was taught that you have to trade a full head-to-toe mechanical strategy. There were setups that I was looking at them, me fully knowing with my 3 years of market experience, staring at that this setup is going to lose. And I told myself, no, I have to just follow this mechanical strategy. I have to enter because it follows my rules. Even though I'm sitting there staring at it, 100% certain that this is going to lose. And it loses. Over and over and over again. It'll go like a week and there'll be 3 or 4 setups that all of them, I will stare at them and head to toe know that they were going to lose. I, again, just had that intrinsic feeling of, I seen this play out multiple times. I see how that candle has a bunch of low volume. I see how there's a bunch, let's just say space below that price needs to fill in. I know this trade is going to lose. And it does, excuse me guys, and it does. And I started to realize something. Wait a second, this stuff can't be taught. Discretion can't be taught. Market, analysis and stuff like that, yeah, like you can teach a lot, and people can, kind of help and teach their discretion for sure, but when it comes down to placing that trade, that is one thing I noticed looking at every single other mentor and trading strategy in the space, is that mentor, you can have the most mechanical strategy. He's not taking that same trade as new students. He's not. Which is, it's interesting, right? It's not. And, they're not taking those same trades. And I started to realize that. And I started to realize, okay, why don't I just use my experience to my advantage? Why don't I use my experience to my advantage? I've been trading this strategy over a year now. I've been trading, head to toe for 3 years now. Why am I listening to a mentor that has less experience than me? And this mentor isn't even showing proof. So it was a full 180 moment for me where I was like, what the hell is going on? What am I doing wrong? Okay? And give me 1 second here. Okay, there we go. Anyways, I was like, what am I doing wrong? Okay? And yeah, I came to that conclusion. I was like, I have the experience. I am seeing these trades and I'm like, this trade's going to lose. Why are you taking this? In the back of my mind, I was always taught that you have to take it because it follows your rules and it's a mechanical strategy. And that's just how the market moves, is your little 5-minute, entry model. You have to follow those mechanical rules and you have to enter every single trade. That's how I was always taught. And I blame my mentor for that. I blame the people that I was taught, because unfortunately that's not how it is. And people fail to teach that. It is what it is, right? And that's why God introduces you to things. And I looked at all of these other people trading, and I was like, wait a second. It's not the strategy. It's the way I'm trading it. It's the way I was always taught it. So that first thing that I told you guys. And the second thing is confluences. Every single one of these guys, every trader out here has their entry model, and they have like literal analysis on the market trend, on where the market is trending to. And I started to realize something. Wait a second. I was always taught, and I always traded in the way of, I need to trade just on the 5 minute time frame. I can't look on the 4 hour time frame because it doesn't matter on the 5 minute time frame. Yes, the fuck it does. Yes, it does. I was always taught just stay on the 5 minute time frame. Okay? I was always taught, oh, well, when price takes your tiny amount of liquidity on the 5 minute time frame and taps into a demand zone, investors are interested in that area, and that's where we're going to move from purely because of that reason. Bro, that is not how the market works. The entry model can work that way. Yes, cool, you can tell yourself it works however you want to, tell yourself it works. But at the end of the day, whether that daily bias is bullish or bearish does not matter on your 5 minute entry model, gang. That does not matter, bro. And it took me so long to get that through my head, and it took me paying hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars in courses to look at these other people and just straight up be like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And I learned that, and I was like, I've been doing this all wrong. I've been, again, trading a mechanical model and just taking every single setup because I was told to. I'd never realized I have to learn how the market actually works. And all I have to do is get a bias on that market. And when I have my 5 minute entry model, just make sure that entry model is in line with the bias. It's simple. It's literally simple. And looking back at it, it's like it was right there the whole time. It was right there the whole time. And again, I think God just puts you through those hardships of, again, I'm not even lying to you guys when I say this. I was losing 8 to 12% a month, blowing fundeds every single month. And it's like, he has to put you in that position for you to learn. So the thing was I was praying, and I was like, please just point me in the right direction. I need a good strategy. I've been doing this forever. Like, what is going on? And it was all in front of my eyes where I started joining all these other people, and I was like, wait, it's not the strategy. I joined all these other people, got all this information, learned how these markets actually move, learned that, all of these mentors can't teach their students the exact head-to-toe same way that they trade, right? They can teach them, right? I shouldn't say it that way, but what I'm saying is they have built up discretion and intuition within these markets. Like, yes, they can help their students 1,000%, but the students are never going to trade head-to-toe the same as that mentor if that mentor is legit and if that mentor has years of experience. Because, mechanical models can't beat years of experience, in my opinion. So I learned those two lessons, and I was like, wow, okay, maybe that's what it is, right? So then I started looking into the markets, and again, most of it's in the Discord, but long story short, I just went through everything. I went through years and years of data, and it took me a long time. It took me like 2 months every single day getting on the charts of like realizing what I'm looking at. And I came into the market with a full new lens. I came into the market of like, okay, I should use my intuition. I should see a 5-minute mechanical, model on my screen. And when I know it's going to lose, I don't have to take that. I was always told you got to take that because it follows your rules. It's not like that at all. And I don't know why it took me so long, It is what it is. But it took me so long to realize that. And I started, again, coming into a new whole bias of the market of just like, okay, the market moves, on a higher time frame. Higher time frame is king. Make sure your entry model is in line with, the draw on liquidity, where we're chasing to. All of this stuff. And, of course, there's a lot more into it. That's, all on the Discord. I don't want to say too much on YouTube. But, like, all of this stuff, and it opened my eyes completely. And I knew the strategy was always profitable. That's the thing, guys. Everyone trading liquidity, supply, and demand, whether you learned it from RD, Mango, Arger, all of these guys that teach it. There's literally 3 dudes in the space that teach it. Most of you guys, we all have profitable backtesting results. We all had profitable backtesting results, right? I don't think I talked to anyone that was like, yeah, the strategies, the entry model is just not profitable. It's profitable. It is, right? But what I notice is everyone has profitable results, but no one can execute at live market. And I started to realize that that's kind of why is the pure type of discretion thing. And I applied concepts to make sure that my 5-minute entry model is in line with the actual market and make sure there's no liquidity maybe under my zone that we're going to go and take. So why would I take that position? If I'm going to enter a long position and there's clear draw and liquidity right below me, why would I enter that? Because price isn't going to react from that point. It's going to go take real draw on liquidity. And that's the stuff you need to learn. And you watch it play out. I watch it play out in backtesting all the time. I watch it play out in live markets all the time. I make these Loom videos and I call price all the time. And it's like, wow, that is how price actually moves. And it was right in front of me the whole time. It was a blessing by God. I'm telling you guys, it's a blessing by God that he, again, opened my eyes. All I prayed for was guidance. And all I prayed for was just, please, just point me in the right direction. He opened me up to multiple other mentors, not to change the strategy, but to open my eyes into what these other mentors are doing and to realize I'm no different and I can apply the same stuff that they can, right? And to realize that, the person I was learning from, I have more experience. I have more market time than them. So I need to use that for my advantage. So that's the long story short, guys, okay? And after doing that, everything kind of clicked for me. Again, using new confluences on how the actual market works instead of just being tied to a 5-minute entry model, and that's how the market works. Bro, game changer. Literally game changer. I'm 100% honest with you, and I will say this right now. No one is going to be long-term consistent just using that 5-minute entry model of LSD. No one. You're wasting your time. I've traded it for a year. I've been through the winning conditions. I've been through the losing conditions. You're not going to be profitable with it getting taught the way that I at least I was getting taught, which is probably the same way you guys are getting taught, which is just like pure mechanicals, and that's it. And I don't want to throw any names out there, but at least my mentor failed to explain really why he would skip certain trades and why to not skip certain trades. But then I was also always taught that, like, if it follows all the rules, take the trade. It was a mix of all this stuff, and there was no clarity in it at all. And yeah, no one's really profitable just trading the entry model as it is. Do you guys realize that every single entry model isn't profitable? Every entry model out there is not profitable, bro. You have to use that entry model within a certain time window, within a certain, market structure, all of that stuff. ICT silver bullet model, bro, has to be used within like a 2-hour time window. That's what it was designed for, right? A 2-hour time window, a sweep of, I believe it's, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's a sweep of Asia high, and it has to be used within a 2-hour time window. Like all of this stuff. And he openly said, if you don't use the entry model within this criteria, it's not going to play out because the entry model pops up all the time. That's the same thing with LSD, guys. The entry model pops up. I see it every single day. With the pairs that I trade, I see it every single day. But if the confluences aren't there and the market structure bubble, I should say, around that entry model is not there and it does not, have it in line to trade that entry model, then you can't trade it. It's the same thing as every other entry model, bro. People that trade breakout and retest, they have a certain time that they trade this breakout because, there's a good amount of volume, this and that. They want to see maybe a sweep of liquidity when we first, or they don't want to see a sweep of liquidity maybe when we first break out. So there's, still liquidity to go and chase. All of this stuff, there's criteria for their entry model to be valid. And that's what wasn't in liquidity, supply, and demand, or at least my entry model. There was no criteria. It was just the entry model. And, I don't blame any mentors for this or anything. I just think the space is really, really small that, like, no one really has, dug into this type of stuff because there's not really that much people even trading the entry model. It's kind of small, right? So I don't blame anyone for it, but it's just like, I don't know. I feel like I can't be the only one that noticed that, but maybe, again, I guess I didn't notice it at first either. I just had to pray to God for guidance, and he opened my eyes to help me realize, the things that were just wrong. It wasn't the entry model. It wasn't me as a trader. It was just I was missing a couple pieces, and I knew that I had the market experience to where I was calling trades, and I knew they would lose, but I'd still enter because I felt like I had to follow those rules. And it was a massive game changer for me. So enough of that talk. Okay, there's more of that in the community. But that's pretty much what I'm launching, guys. Okay, and here's the thing. I didn't want to do this right now. I wanted to have a community after I pass a bunch of accounts, get a bunch of payouts, this and that. But I realized something, okay? I realized there's a lot of people trading this strategy that don't have the clarity I had. And I was sitting in my room crying my eyes out because none of this was working out and I was losing so much money. I swear to God. I'm not ashamed to say it, okay? I swear. And I prayed again, and he, blessed me with guidance, okay? And on where to take this. And I realized that every one of you guys that messaged me, and this is the only reason I'm even opening right now, I see the same exact people that I was in. It's the same position I was in. Was like, bro, I'm trading this. I'm not seeing consistency. I don't know why some of these mentors are taking certain setups and not taking certain setups, this and that. Like, I see that. I literally see me when they message me, I should say, right? And I'm just like, that is me, bro. Like, that literally was me. And I feel horrible because it's like, I don't want to open anything and teach anyone until I had mass amounts of payouts, right? And that's the way I always looked at it. And I realized something. First of all, trading's a slow game, okay? Even though I'm crazy, like, in my opinion, I'm pretty profitable this year. I'll show you guys the proof here in a second. But even though that is, bro, some of these funded accounts, you got to make an absurd amount of money. Not an absurd amount of money, an absurd amount of percentages. So Alpha Capital Group, you got to make like 15% to pass a phase 2 100K, okay? And it's like, okay, like I'm, really close, but it's gonna take a minute if there's no trades. I'm not trying to force anything. That's the thing. We have an Iran war right now. I can't force anything. And that's just an example. But in January, I would have passed I was copy trading 550Ks on Top Step. I would have passed 550Ks, and then they banned gold. They banned fucking gold on a 1-4 that literally would have passed me 550Ks. And it's stupid stuff like that. It's literally stupid stuff like that. And I start to realize, I'm like, I have consistency. It's just a matter of time. And that's why I'm not charging expensive stuff. You know what I mean? If you want to talk about the trading space, there's people that literally are selling courses for thousands, and they're getting exposed like left and right. It's a disgrace. And that's why I'm just making it $99, so it's literally affordable for everyone. Because it's like, I want to give you guys this stuff, but it's like I can't put it on YouTube because I'm not going to say any names, but I have people that watch my YouTube and use the concepts I show and teach it to their students for their own benefit. So, I can't quite do that. And the stuff that I teach, guys, it's hours long of lectures. So, every video, bro, every fucking... Anyways, so yeah, and I started to realize, like, okay, I like, people can see me, and people's messaging me about, like, okay, yeah, I see you, like, you're consistent, like, I see, like, you literally, I'll make these videos and call a loss while everyone's in them, and it'll be 100% right, and people's like, yo, like, can you teach me, like, I'll pay, like, can you just teach me, and I always felt like, I was like, no, I want, all of this stuff, but I realized, bro, if you're gonna wait for the perfect moment, like, I'm gonna be waiting forever, right? Even once I get one payout, I'm gonna be like, it's not enough, I need more, and I'm gonna get 2 or 3 payouts, and I'm gonna be like, it's not enough, and it's gonna be a never-ending thing, and I'm just like, you know what? Let me just open it purely for I'm not even marketing this. I'm only making this video as an introduction video, purely for the people that was messaging me and was like, yo, can you help me? Because when those people message me, I see me. I literally see me struggling in my room, failing to figure any of this out. And I'm like, if you guys just join and learn, if you don't learn anything, you can leave. I don't care. But I'm telling you guys, I think a lot of stuff's going to be an eye-opener, and you're going to be like, wow. And I really hope I can change some people's perspectives. That's it. I care about you guys more than anything, because I'm telling you, being in that position absolutely sucks. It's horrible. It is horrible, and that's the only reason I'm opening right now. The second reason I'm opening right now is I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I'm not ashamed to say it, 100% honest with you guys. When I'm trading and I have 10 to 12 people messaging me, I'm not going to lie, kind of nonstop, like, yo, did you pass your account yet? did you take this trade? Did you skip this trade? Why did you take this trade? This and that. And it's like every single day, and people's waiting on me to just make this community so they can learn. And it's putting so much stress on me because there's no trades to take. Like, no, bro, I didn't take any trades, believe it or not, when we had fucking a Drake candle come out. Okay? Believe it or not, I didn't, bro. Like, and it's stressing me the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm like, you guys want to learn the stuff that I use? I'm just opening it because it's like, it's fine with me. I was trying to, wait a long time, I guess, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but in my mind, I'm charging a price I guess everyone can, afford, and, if you guys learn something, if you guys don't learn anything, and you want to leave, go ahead, like, I don't care. It's, the second thing for me is to get the stress off my shoulders, because it's like, I feel like I have so much people waiting on me for this next trade. If I can, this next trade you hit, are you going to launch this course? You're going to launch the Discord after this trade and this and that, bro. And it's like, I can't fucking trade. Like, chill out, bro. So I'm just going to open it and people can just chill. People can just learn, bro. And it's going to take a lot of stress off my shoulders. That's the main thing, because I feel like I'm trading and then I have like an audience right behind me that's like waiting at the front gate. You know what I mean? And it's like, all the eyes are on me, and it's like, bro, I don't want that. Like, let me open the gate, let people come in and surround, look at what I'm doing and learn, and if they want to stick with me, cool. If they don't, cool. I don't care, you know what I mean? I got to get the stress off my shoulders. So I hope that analogy kind of makes sense to you guys. That's the second reason. So that's pretty much it on why I'm doing it right now. So a little bit of background. I know this video is getting kind of longer, but a little bit of background is... Let me pull up my images here. First of all, let me set this down. I've been trading, I told you guys, since I was 15, okay? Here's a picture of me on the charts. I had the NFL up on the TV on the PS5, but on the charts, you guys can see the date at the top, August 22nd, 2022, okay? And I would have been, I believe, a sophomore in high school. And, yeah, I was trading. I used to go to the bathrooms in school, and I would come back out of the bathrooms with a straight face after I just lost like $200 in the stall. Okay, that was my high school. And again, I started with stocks. Okay, I started with the options, stuff like that. Crypto, was very big into crypto, and what I mean by canon events, guys, it's like all you guys getting in trading, you're gonna lose you're gonna lose some money, right? Whether you're getting taught by the best of the best, you're gonna lose money regardless, because that's your tuition to the market, okay? But if maybe I had a crypto mentor back then, I would have saved myself a little bit. But long story short, here's a screenshot, and again, this is at 17. I'm just telling you guys these canon events because I'm purely showing you guys that it's not just I've been trading for 7 months, and the last month I found consistency, so now I'm launching a course. No, bro, and that is why I'm making literally this. We're going on 28 minutes right now. This is why I'm making this video, because I hate that. I hate that persona, bro, and I don't want that. So I'm trying to give you guys clarity on who I really am, okay? But again, I've been through all those canon events. I started multiple online businesses, all failed. I've been trading for a long time. I've lost a lot of money. This is a screenshot, and I don't have the 20 at the height of my account. 17 years old, I was up $28,000. Okay, this screenshot I only have 18,000. This is on Vesper. It's a private Cardano wallet for crypto. This screenshot unfortunately was only 18,000. I didn't catch the screenshot of the top. You guys can see the downtrend. I came from obviously up there, and I was up $28,000. It's at 17 years old. What the fuck, bro? But you guys, I'm sure you guys know how it is, bro. $28,000. You're like, bro, let's just go into 100, bro. Like, what the fuck? Regardless, came back down. Ended up selling at pretty much break even. So, I can't complain too much there. I've been through those, and at that point in time, again, I was like looking, and I was like, bro, I've lost everything. And it's like, you always feel like it's over, bro. It's never over, bro. It's never over. Next week, you'll be right back on your feet, okay? At this time, Again, now this is going back into 2024. I had the screenshot because I was dumping money into accounts and not seeing any results. This was my bank and business account, guys. I had $19 in a business account and $7.83. Keep in mind, I had a lawn care business and I was working a part-time job as well. That was money in my account because I was blowing money. I was blowing money to learn from people, and I was blowing money on funded accounts. I was also investing money as well, right? But I was straight up living like that because in my mind, I was like, bro, I need to take all the risk right now as I'm young. Because if I lose everything I have, if I lose completely everything I have, I still have a roof over my head, bro. I'm 17 years old, you know what I mean? At this time. At this time, actually, I might have been 16. I don't know. I think I was 17. Yeah. Yeah, I was 17. I was 17 years old. Yeah. And I was like, okay, now is the time to take all the risk. And I'm thankful I did. At that time. And again, there's multiple screenshots. The date I showed you guys that was December 1st, 2024. You guys can see it at the top. And right here, this is February 24th, 2025. So this was just this last year. And this was, again, I kept dumping money because no one was giving me the right information in my mind. And at this point in time, what happened was around February, I was trading RD strategy, which is just the 5-minute LSD entry model, okay? And little did I know that entry model just wasn't enough, in my opinion. Again, in my opinion, right? And I was like, something needs to change. Something needs to change. I need to have another source of income. And that's when, again, I already started multiple online businesses. I decided to start a detailing business. And that detailing business did really well, but we also were blowing money in that. This is another screenshot just to prove to you guys that I'm not sitting here trying to, I don't know what type of persona people's going to think I'm giving off. I'm just trying to show you guys that I've been through all the hardships, so I'm speaking from experience is what I'm saying. Okay? Even when in my long lecture, random YouTube videos when I'm talking about just life in general, bro, I'm telling you I've been through the experiences. This is the business account after starting this detailing company. You can see at the top, available balance. Right, we were down $222. We were negative, and we were getting charged interest on that every single day. So we had to fill that in really quick. But again, that's just, we were spending money just as much as we were making money just to keep, building this business up, because I took a break from trading at that point in time to run up this business, right? Because I was like, I need a side income to make consistent, I need a side income to have money coming in so I can keep buying fundeds and learning. That was literally it. That was it in my mind, okay? And yeah, I'm just looking at other screenshots here, but that's pretty much it. Yeah. So as far as my actual trading stuff going, again, I told you guys I took a break. I remember in like February of 2025-ish, around there. Not a full-on break, but like mainly off the charts, and I realized that I need to make another source of income, and that's what I prioritized for a little bit, okay? And then I came back and it was just nonstop losing money. But here's my trading journals as well, and I'm only showing you this, guys, to show you that I've been trading for a long time. I have experience, and I hate the thing of, I hate the name of even a course, bro. I don't even want to make this video because I don't want to be perceived as this dude trying to just sell you something, bro. This is why I hate it, bro. I hate it. I hate it, okay? I don't care if you guys join. I'm just telling you, the guys that message me to learn, I'm just showing you guys the experience of stuff I've had. That's it, okay? Whether it's stocks, options, whatever. Just the experience and the skin I've had in this game for a long time. This is back in 2023. This is when I was a sophomore in high school. I was going to the bathroom and losing money pretty much. What is the strategy? I couldn't tell you, buddy. This is literally the stuff I was trading, okay? And I was losing money most of the times. Somehow I got a win here. But again, this doc is 45 pages long. These are non-stop trades of just pure randomness, okay? Pure randomness. Yeah, just pure randomness. So this is Q3, probably Q4 as well of 2023. We go to Q4 Q4 to then 2023. So this was Q3. Again, this was Trading Journal, and I believe this stock's 57 pages, 57 trades just all throughout here. I was documenting and learning everything I possibly could for the last 3 years. I am not joking when I tell you guys this stuff. Okay? So, eventually, long story short, throughout 2023, 2024, I had those saved on TradeZella, and then I stopped using TradeZella. I switched to, then I went back to Docs, but then I switched to TradeSafe, which that's what I'm currently using. But this is Q3 and Q4 of 2025, just this last year, and I started to see kind of a little bit of consistency. Okay, and yeah, this is trading LSD, just the entry model. I was using kind of nothing else. And I was still taking lots of losses because, I didn't really understand it. I'd catch a win, here and there. But again, this is 70 pages of stuff. 70 pages of stuff. All of these trades. Literally just nonstop. So, then eventually, again, just to show you guys, I've been trading for this long time. We come to January, okay? We come to January of this year, and November and December of 2025 is when I was kind of learning and going through this stuff. I was still trading my mechanical model because I was like, everything I'm learning, I'm not going to apply it to the charts yet because I'm just going to keep trading as it is, but I'm learning this stuff on the side. And I started applying it this year, and I started really using my discretion within the market and stuff like that, and this is the results I've been getting. And it truly is just that one kind of click. It's just that one click. It's like that one thing you're kind of missing. And this was it for me. January went 8%. And from here, I started keeping everything on TradeSafe. So February, I want to say it was this gold trade right here. I want to say it was this gold trade, unless I just don't have it marked, and it might have been up in here. It's in my Discord, I know that. Is when I tried to enter a 1-to-4 on 5 top step accounts, and they banned gold. And it was because a lot of people was getting a lot of payouts in January from gold because it was super volatile. You guys saw how much, pretty much all of my green trades were from gold in January. And it sucked because it's like, wow, it was right there, and some outside factor that I can't even control happened. But it is what it is, right? It's not an excuse. It is what it is. So, kept going. The rest of that month, guys, I kid you not, there was nothing. Now, I am not afraid to say this. I know a lot of people like to lie about results. On YouTube, you'll never hear about this. My personal mentor at this time, I kept track, went down 5% this month. You'll never hear that number. You'll never hear that number, right? But they will never say that. But I was in these communities, guys, and I saw that, and I skipped every single loss because I was calling it spot on, spot on, spot on. In my mind, it takes more skill and discipline to openly skip losses and call why price is going to lose back to back to back to back. As I was making videos on these, it takes more skill to do that than to catch just a lucky win or anything like that. And that was my February. This does not happen normally, guys. Anyone trading is going to tell you this does not happen normally. It's been a very interesting start of the year. This does not happen normally. At this time, guys, I also wasn't trading 2 of my main pairs that I'm trading. Actually, 3 of my main pairs. 3 or 4, actually. I've added a lot of pairs within this last month or 2 because I've been backtesting heavy. So I was only trading really a couple of pairs within this time. And I took 2 trades, closed them both at break even. If I would have held, both of these would have lost. And I closed because of actual reasons within the market of targeting certain levels of liquidity, and I knew it was going to come down and take our stop loss. So yeah, right, we get a March, another profitable month, okay? And this month had a 100% win rate. This, again, it's just unfortunate, right? Gold hit my TP, and I would have passed $200,000 in funding, and the order never got filled, and it reversed. Just unfortunate, right? I'm not here to make excuses. Just unfortunate, right? You just got to push past this. I'm showing you guys because this is the truth of trading. Something will play out perfectly, and it just, for some reason it doesn't follow through. Okay, maybe it's God giving you a sign that's like, oh, not yet. Could be 100%. So, would have been a crazy month if that would have hit. But close that at break even. And we had a great month. Okay, we had a great month here. A lot of people didn't catch anything in March either, right? And I skipped all of these losses as well. I've skipped all of these losses. And April right now with the war, we only took one trade and we took it as a standard loss. AUD JPY. That was it. So it's been from I don't know, probably from this last week to now, it's been horrible market condition because of the war. It's are they opening the strait for the oil? Are they not? Is the president going to bomb them? Or is, Trump going to start a ground invasion? The tweets are every single day, and that's what's moving the market. But at this point in time, starting within, I'm not even joking, probably these last 3 days, market conditions have been picking up for a lot more clarity. And again, if they sign this peace deal, trading conditions will be back. So kind of throughout this, out of this dry spell for now. And again, I've never saw any of this type of consistency ever before. We go to like November, for example, or December, all of these are just unprofitable months. All of these are just unprofitable months. And it was the same thing for the entirety of 2025. Right? It's no correlation, or it's no coincidence, I should say, that all of these just lose, right? And I'm taking how many trades a month, whereas now I'm taking a couple handful of setups that I am willing to bet with a lot of confidence in them, and I have clear reasonings on actual market structure and why to take them, and just instead of a 5-minute setup, 5-minute entry model, I should say. And I've never been more consistent in my trading consistently, and it seems really easy to me. Not really easy. It takes a lot of hard work, I should say, but if you would have told me that I'm doing what I'm doing now back in November, I would have never believed it, honestly. And it feels like I feel guilty almost. I feel like because I'm so used to losing every single month, it's like I feel guilty for trading good. I don't know why that is, but I feel guilty for it. And people's been seeing that the last, 3-4 months. And it's not just that. I've back tested with this stuff, and my back testing has improved tremendously. There's losses I would just call and skip. And there's trades that the majority of people trading the LSD model will be in, and I will simply make a video, and I'll be like, yo, everyone's going to get faked out on this because it's going to run a little bit to, this certain level in this market. After that, it's going to reverse and target, this below our stop loss because this is real liquidity. Watch this play out. And it plays out spot on, because that's how the market works. That's how the market is driven. It's driven algorithmically, at least on those lower time frames, right? It's driven algorithmically. And that's something you have to learn, and not a lot of people are willing to learn that because they're just in it for the core sales, and not a lot of people are, again, willing to learn it because it takes a little bit of time to learn it. But when you learn it, you feel like you understand the market, right? You feel like you truly understand the market. So yeah, that's that, right? Back testing, for example, like this is just US 30. This is this stuff. This is in 2025, and this is purely back tested off of my trading now, right? My trading now with the stuff I know. And this is just 2025 data, right? 62% technical P&L, right? Again, live market. I could miss 2 or 3 wins. I could also miss 2 or 3 losses. I could take an extra loss here and there as well, maybe off pure human error. This isn't 100% right, to live markets, right? And I think a lot of people know that. That's experienced in that game. Is it's not going to be spot on. But that's just, for example, that's just one pair on the 5-minute time frame. I trade 1, 2, 3. I don't trade this, and I don't trade this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight pairs. I haven't been trading oil too much because of the war, but I probably will start again. And these 4 are 4x pairs. These rest are, you can trade on futures. But that's just one pair, and it's like I have this is on the 5 minute time frame, by the way, guys. This is just a 5 minute time frame, a full year on the 5 minute time frame, just only in my time zone, which is 4:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's it. If you live in London, bro, and you can start trading at 3 a.m. my time, which I believe, I want to say is 8 a.m. for you guys, 5 hours ahead, do it, because there's more trades to be taken as well. I've tested it as well. I've tested everything, right? All my entry models are, written down, right? Long, short positions. The time, I actually have the London time on some of these as well. If it hit a 1 to 2, 1 to 3s, 1 to 4s, I'm perfecting my TP placement as best as I possibly can, learning what makes the most, profit P&L, right? All these trades or most of these pairs that I'm at least currently trading are tested for multiple years, right? I have to test more on US 30. I'll admit that. I do have to test more on US 30, but all of these NASDAQ multiple years, UJ multiple years, gold 5 fucking years back tested, GJ 3 fucking years back tested, like on the 5 minute time frame, bro. Okay, and I'm not stopping anytime soon, right? I'm still perfecting my craft every single day. I'm still looking for new trades because I want to succeed as much as I possibly can and become the best possible trader. I'm not here to make a Discord, okay, to sell to you guys because I don't want to trade and I want money from you guys, bro. No, I'm perfecting my trading as much as I possibly can. That is my main priority. I'm opening this because people are messaging me, and I genuinely feel like it's going to open their eyes and help them. And when people message me, I see me in them, okay? I see them. And I'm just like that. Again, that was me, right? And I'm just like, if I can help in any way, at least opening this up, make it affordable, right? I'm not making it fucking $4,000 or $5,000 like some of these retards that literally don't even trade, bro. AB Trades got caught like showing fake P&L, and bro charges $3,000 for a course. Like, what is going on, bro? So I figured if I just do it that way, people can learn, and if they don't want to, I don't care. Like, I genuinely don't care. And that's the only reason I'm opening it right now. You guys aren't even gonna see me promote it. As of right now, you guys won't even see me promote it as of right now because I want to keep improving my trading, and eventually, of course, I will, right? But as of right now, I just want to open it for the people that actually are struggling with the same exact things I have. You guys can watch the videos I put in there that I never had, and I had to spend hundreds of dollars learning from these other mentors and months testing this stuff, and you guys can learn it literally in one place. I've laid it out perfect for you guys. But again, I don't care. I just wanted to make this introduction video so you guys kind of understand a little bit of background of me, see my journals from sophomore year of high school of trading whatever the fuck I was trading on random stocks, options, crypto. I've been through canon events of running up a bag and losing it all. I've been through events of just blowing non-stop funded accounts. Non-stop funded account, bro. FTMO, I bought a 200K FTMO account, blew that shit, bro. Blew that shit in like a month. I was taught the wrong way, and that's it. At least me, I had to go through that because I kind of was taught the wrong way. Hopefully, if you guys are taught in a better way, that's gonna save you a lot. But for me, unfortunately, I did not have that. But things happen, bro. That's life. So, that's it for this video, boys. I'm going to upload this. I'm gonna post on my story on my YouTube. If you guys are interested, I want to hold not daily calls, 3 to 4 calls a week. I'm going to hold them live. And you guys have any questions, let me know. If you take any setups, literally, I'll call you to the stage. We can literally talk about it. I can show you one-on-one, like, what I'm seeing versus maybe what you're seeing, why the market did what it did, this and that. Talk about everything, bro, not just trading, business, maybe fitness, bro, like, all this stuff, bro. Like, I just want to level up with people. That's genuinely what I want to do, as well. I don't want it to be like just this trading geek type of nerdy type of thing, where it's just like all professionalism, and it's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I've been in some weird communities as well, okay? I'm not trying to, I just want to have a personal connection with a lot of people that are genuinely trying to level up, in everything, right? Like, literally in everything, including trading. And trading is going to give you that. It's going to exploit your flaws and everything you have. If you're an impatient person, trading will show that to you, and you'll fix that, and guess what? That'll carry on into other aspects of your life. 100%. So, I believe that's it. I have, a bunch of back testing I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys my old journals. I want to show you guys old pictures of me when I was 15 years old, kind of just learning what trading is, sitting in my basement, watching YouTube videos, on YouTube videos, on YouTube videos. And I'm here 3 years later, finally starting to see consistency. And, I guess the people at least that were reaching out to me, I want to give them what I know, right? I'm not trying to push anything again. I don't care. I'm just telling you guys my story so you understand what's going on. I hate the guru type of space that we're in right now, unfortunately, with trading. I hate it. It is what it is, though, right? It is what it is, and unfortunately, it's probably going to keep on getting worse as trading gets bigger and bigger. But yeah, if you guys do join, there's a video in there called Watch First. Follow the fucking name, bro. Watch the video first, please. Okay, and I go over every single channel because there's a lot in there, and I explain everything if you do that. But again, I will put that on my Instagram as well because I know I have a good bit of people waiting as well. And next week we are going to hop in the market, and you guys can get a feel for everything. And next week alone, I promise you guys end that week with new eyes in the market, and you'll be like, bro, what the heck? I'm telling you guys, if it was unreal for me as well, because it's like I was always stuck on this 5-minute, only type of thing. But yeah, that's enough yapping. 51 fucking minutes, bro. 51 minutes. It's getting dark outside, guys. I started this when it was light out. It's getting dark, but I'm gonna upload this, guys, and if you guys, please, if you have any feedback, actually comment. Please comment, because I'm curious on your guys' feedback as well. Comment on anything you'd like to see. If you think I missed anything, whatever. But yeah, I just want to make this video for the one time, and we're gonna get back to normal videos after this. But I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.